Solar households, low-income consumers, and people who don't use that much power might see higher electric bills in the near future. At the same time, big electricity users' charges could dip. San Diego Gas and Electric is pitching a plan to change its rate structure for utility customers. Included in it is a fixed service fee. SDG&E spokeswoman Stephanie Donovan joins me now with Mark Toney, Executive Director of the Utility Reform Network. Stephanie, what are the proposed billing changes?
Well, there's basically 3 or 4 in our proposal, and just to kind of set it up for your viewers, it's not just SDG&E, but the other electric utilities in the state and the Commission itself who has put forth these conceptions of new rate changes, and primarily because there was a law that was passed that took effect in January of this year that allows the rates to change. They have been frozen and fixed in place by legislation that was passed back in the energy crisis. So what we've proposed to try to get back to a system that is more fair, simpler to understand, and provides the right incentives for customers to conserve is number one, you mentioned the fixed monthly service charge. And what that is a way to recoup and to collect differently from the way it's being collected today, the revenues that have been approved by the Commission. It doesn't mean that you're going to be paying more. It means that you're going to be paying a fixed fee that would start at $5 and make its way up gradually over the next few years to a cap of 10. And then the cost per kilowatt hour for your rates would be reduced by the same amount. So really, if you think of it as a balloon, you squeeze a balloon, it gets bigger over here, it gets lower down or smaller down here. That's what is happening. The revenue amount will stay the same. The utility will make no profit or no additional revenue as a result of that charge. The second thing we want to do, again, as I say, to make things simpler. Right now we have 4 tiers. We want to shrink those 4 tiers back to 2, which is what we had before the energy crisis, and reduce that gap between the lowest cost and the highest cost, which now is 136%. We'd like that to get back down to a manageable, reasonable 20%. We also are proposing to, of course, comply with the legislative mandated reduction in the CARE discount. That's the discount that has been in place for a number of years for low-income customers, but it's essentially, effectively, 41% today, and we are going to get it down within the range of 3 to 35% gradually over the next several years.
So how much are rates expected to rise by?
Well, if you look at it, or let me put it this way, if the Commission approves what we're proposing, the rates for the bottom 2 tiers, lower use customers, would go up about 8%. But the rates for those customers who've been basically picking up the tab for the last 13 years, because the rates for those lower 2-tier customers have been artificially frozen by the legislature, now we're going to be able to move a little bit higher.
So, Mark, your group TURN represents consumers. What's your position on these changes?
We are against any changes that penalize people for saving energy. The results of adding a $10 service fee and flattening the tiers means that 70 to 80% of all customers will see a higher bill at the end of the month, and a small number of customers who are very large users will get a discount. And we just don't think that's right. What we think is that people should be rewarded. If you're a solar customer, if you're a low-income customer, if you're a customer that just does everything that they can to save energy, yes, your bills should be lower. And if you're someone that consumes a great amount and have the means to do so, we think that it is fair for those customers who use more to pay more.
So, Stephanie, what about what Mark is saying? Shouldn't customers who use more pay more?
I think that there is a fallacy out there that somehow the amount that you use is directly connected to your income level, and that is not the case. I would say that about 37% of our customers make $75,000 or less, but those are 3 tiers 3 and 4, the higher user customers. You like to throw around the word, you know, don't punish customers for certain changes. We don't want to punish customers. They shouldn't be punished just because they happen to have a larger family or they happen to live in a hotter area of the climate, of the county rather. But that's what's happened. So we've seen those customers, just because they have more people in the household, they might be using more electricity.
What about the incentive for people to conserve? I mean, do you not want customers to conserve energy?
We absolutely are supportive of continuing to provide incentives for customers to conserve. But as I told you, we don't believe that the signals are right for those customers, those 70 to 80% of the customers that Mark is mentioning. They aren't getting the incentives to conserve. They have had an artificially low bill for years, and now it's time to level the playing field.
So Stephanie, what does this proposed change to the rate structure do for SDG&E's bottom line?
It really is going to be revenue neutral, because we're asking all of the customers to share equally in the costs to support the grid, primarily to recover fixed costs, which are 80 to 85% of what we are seeking to recover.
You know, Stephanie is correct that the overall revenue that's collected by San Diego Gas and Electric is going to remain the same. There is no additional revenue being collected. But the proposal is to change how much different people pay, and there are going to be winners and losers. And the losers are going to be people who are low and moderate energy consumers. The winners are going to be the very highest. Now, on the time of use proposal, the proposal to charge more during the hottest parts of the days, that is going to cause summertime bills to really go high in hot climates.
Mark, Stephanie, we've got to leave it there, and I just want to let our watchers know that there is a hearing in El Cajon tomorrow on this very topic. Thanks so much.
At 2 and 6:30 p.m.
Thanks so much for coming on the program.
Thank you, Mita.